Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we are diving into something really cool, a huge transformation happening in the world of agriculture. We're going to look at how the classic olive grove is being completely reimagined, moving away from simple windbreaks and turning into these super efficient, brilliantly designed, productive walls. So it all starts with this one big question, right? It's the question driving all this innovation. How do you take something as ancient as olive farming and actually make it work for the modern world? How do you make it more efficient, cheaper to run, and better for the environment all at the same time? And the answer, which comes from some incredible observations in Massafra, Italy, is this amazing concept, the parete productiva. In English, that's literally a productive wall. The whole idea is to guide the olive trees to train them to grow into a literal wall of leaves and fruit, all perfectly set up for maximum efficiency. Okay, so let's dig into how you actually build this thing. Now, when I say wall, don't picture bricks and mortar. We're talking about a living, breathing structure, one that's designed to guide nature, not fight against it. And look how beautifully simple the framework is. First, you've got these strong support posts every 10 to 12 meters. That's the backbone. Then, each and every plant gets its own guiding cane. Its only job? To make sure that main central trunk grows straight up, nice and vertical. And finally, you have a double wire system running horizontally. That's the scaffold that the plant will build its productive wall on. But, that structure is really just the start. Once you have that in place, the next big decision, and it's a huge one, is all about spacing. The distance you leave between the plants is what makes all the difference. It defines the entire system. And this chart lays out the two main strategies perfectly. On one hand, you have the intensive system. Here, you're spacing plants about 1.6 meters apart. That's pretty good for using handheld mechanical harvesters. But if you want to kick it up a notch and go super intensive, you shrink that gap way down to just 1.25 or 1.3 meters. That tight spacing, plus having wider rows, is what makes continuous drive-through mechanical harvesting possible. So, etch this number into your brain, 1.25 meters. That isn't some random distance, oh no. It is the absolute key to unlocking the full power of a super intensive grove. It's what lets you create that perfectly straight, uniform wall of fruit that a machine can just drive along and harvest in one go. We're talking a massive leap in efficiency. All right, now we get to what I think is the most mind-blowing part of this entire system. It's not just about the structures we build, it's about tapping into what the plant is already programmed to do all by itself. Just listen to this quote from Vito Vitelli, the agronomist on site. It self-manages. Think about that. In 2 whole years, not a single pruning cut was made on these trees. How is that even possible? Well, this is where you see biology and clever engineering just come together beautifully. It's all because of something called physiological self-regulation. It sounds complicated, but it's actually pretty simple. If a side branch starts getting a little too ambitious, trying to take over from the main trunk, its own weight causes it to bend down. And that bend is the secret. It changes how everything flows inside the branch, naturally slowing down its growth and telling it to sprout smaller, more fruitful branches on its top side. The plant literally prunes itself. It's incredible. And the payoff here is huge. You get a plant that automatically keeps itself in perfect balance. Not too much leafy growth, not too little fruit. And at the same time, you are slashing one of the single biggest expenses in olive farming, all that manual labor for pruning. The system just works. It saves so much time and money. Of course, as with anything in farming, one size does not fit all. Different olive varieties or cultivars are going to react to the system in totally different ways. So picking the right plant for the job is absolutely critical. So let's look at the tale of 3 different varieties after 2 years in the ground. You have Terma diabeteto. It builds a fantastic leafy structure, which is great for the wall's health, but it's kind of slow to start making olives. Then there's Nocellara del Belice. It develops a little faster, but it still takes its sweet time. But then you've got Lachino. This one grows in this perfect, orderly Christmas tree shape. And get this, it's already showing its first little clusters of fruit. It just goes to show you, picking the right cultivar can mean getting a return on your investment way, way sooner. So when you put all of these pieces together, the support structure, the precise spacing, and the plant's own amazing biology, you get something entirely new. You get what we can call the rational olive grove. It all boils down to 3 core principles, and they're beautifully simple. Number 1, respect the central leader. That's your main trunk. Guide it straight up. Number 2, be obsessive about your distances. Precision is everything. And number 3, maybe the most important, just step back. Let the plant do its thing and find its own natural balance.
So, you see, this isn't just a new farming technique. It's really a whole new philosophy. It's about working smarter, not harder. It's about creating a system where our human design and the plant's natural intelligence cooperate in perfect harmony.
And that kind of leaves us with one final thought to chew on. As we're all searching for more sustainable, more efficient ways to grow our food, maybe the answer isn't always about trying to control nature more. Maybe it's about understanding it better. Could this perfect dance between human cleverness and nature's own wisdom be the blueprint for the future of farming? It's a really interesting question. Thanks so much for joining.